Everyone, welcome back to another Roman Reacts. We are here today to watch ourselves another video for you, and don't mind her. She's in love with me for some reason. she's as soon as I'm wanting to do recording, she gets up and tries to watch. So yeah, here she is. Anyway, I'll try not to bug her, and she won't bug me. So. Anyway, this one is an interesting one. I was requested this twice by some subscribers. It's called Prologue Greater Terra Union, Stellaris Invicta. And I actually played the Stellaris games before, mostly just for fun. Just I really got into it, and then I was like having some weird issues where like the games would crash because like of some random thing. And so I just haven't really gotten into it as much as before. But my subscribers wanted to, or the requesters wanted to give this a reaction and give this a watch. And yeah, let's just see what it's all about. And from looks of it, this is a series that's like a bunch of episodes put together. So yeah, let's just give this a watch, see what it's all about, and if I like it, we'll watch the rest of the series and see how it goes from there. So yeah, let's get this started. Let's have some fun, okay? All right, we got that set and it's all good. My goodness, cat, please. trying to focus, and you're trying to. She really wants to be loved, but I'm like, can I please? Can Lovings do it after I'm done recording? So you can't see her. The camera. You can't see her with the camera, but she wants loves, and I'm just here for it. And I'll make certain I don't accidentally see the second one, so I'm gonna post with that. Do not loop it, or I guess I can keep watching it when it gets close. But yeah, let's see what this is all about.
On April 22, 2089, military space surveillance satellites from 9 separate nations began tracking a group of objects that had entered the periphery of the solar system. Within weeks, these objects had been picked up by civilian observatories, and when they became public knowledge, the members of the United Nations Security Council revealed that they were almost certainly artificial in nature, and on a direct course with Earth. When the ships finally arrived in orbit on February 17, 2090, the outcome was apocalyptic. A hastily assembled orbital defense network was swept aside, and powerful alien weaponry annihilated dozens of cities in the opening few hours. Whether this strike was meant to force some sort of unconditional surrender or the first step in a genocidal campaign was never determined. A coordinated intercontinental ballistic missile launch from silos and submarines across the world disabled the largest and seemingly most powerful alien warships. Further orbital bombardment would be limited and sporadic. Over the next 7 years, mankind fought a desperate war across the world. In ruined cities and ash-choked landscapes, remnant military forces engaged a horrific enemy whose advanced technology and resources made defeat seem inevitable. Over a third of the planet was occupied, and those who managed to escape brought with them reports of horrifying alien atrocities and spires which poisoned the atmosphere around them. But even in the darkest ruins of the world, far from the front lines, there were those who resisted. An improvised emblem meant to mark the location of hidden munitions and clandestine airdrops slowly grew into a worldwide symbol of defiance. It was painted onto tank barrels and aircraft wings, carved on the stocks of rifles, emblazoned on artillery shells, and branded on the corpses of the enemy. When humanity achieved the unthinkable and the last remnants of the alien armies retreated from the solar system, this symbol was placed on the flag of a new nation, one that united all of mankind, the Greater Terran Union. Yet in its earliest days, it existed simply as a last-ditch effort to prevent the complete collapse of human civilization. While the enemy had been defeated, the planet was in ruins. The global economy had been erased, famine was rampant, and the highest governing bodies of every major state had been destroyed, alongside tens of millions of their citizens. As the last organization still capable of operating effectively, an international coalition of various military forces assumed the responsibilities of civil governance. With the survival of humanity in question, the measures taken were severe: strict rationing, a mandatory one-child policy, and widespread martial law. Every available resource was put toward reconstruction, and opportunities only afforded to those whose knowledge and expertise could directly benefit this great effort. Millions more would suffer and die in vast relief camps where the barest necessities were exchanged for grueling physical labor. The price was immense, and even those in the highest echelons of the provisional government were horrified by the actions taken to preserve civilization. Across the decades, however, the situation began to improve. Crop yields increased, global communication was restored, cities were rebuilt, and the harshest measures imposed on the population were repealed. Eventually, manned space flights resumed, and the dissection of derelict alien starships still in orbit revealed astonishing new technologies and fields of study. Every effort was made to prepare the planet for a second attack, but by the middle of the 22nd century, it had still not arrived. In 2153, plans were announced that would see the emergency military coalition dissolved, replaced with either a worldwide civilian government, or perhaps, according to a few proposals, divided into several sovereign states resembling the pre-war nations of Earth. In a planet-wide referendum, the first and only one of its kind, the fate of humanity's post-war government was left in the hands of its people. In an unexpected landslide, humanity placed its faith in the system that had led them through Reconstruction, transforming the emergency military provisional government into the sole governing body of the human race. On July 11, 2156, the Greater Terran Union was proclaimed. The most striking aspect of this new society is the implementation of a tiered citizenship structure. A mandatory 4-year period of national service, either within the military or other recognized institution, grants every citizen certain rights, while higher tiers and their associated privileges and responsibilities are typically accessible only to those who have achieved a high ranking within the Union's national reputation system. Citizenship tiers determine everything from the type of employment a person is allowed to seek and whether limitations exist on their freedom of movement, all the way down to the amount of water allotted to their showers each month. The system remains fluid, with citizens often gaining and losing tiers multiple times over the course of their lives. A reduction in a citizen's tier is one of the most common sentences for minor crimes, with usually specific criteria assigned for its reinstatement. While advances in technology and production mean that even the lowest tiered citizens can enjoy comfortable lives, the system serves to promote duty to the state and a responsibility to humanity as a whole. It also acts as an effective tool used to combat wastefulness or corruption, albeit at the expense of personal liberty. The predominant status of the military within the Union's citizenship structure means that almost every position of authority is held by individuals who have either completed their service or remain a part of the armed forces, with rare exception. While the government and military remain nominally independent of one another, the Greater Terran Union has increasingly come to resemble a stratocracy as the lines between civil and military service become harder to discern. Executive power is held collectively by the National Council, composed of 21 marshals, each responsible for leading one of the nation's federal executive departments. Criticism that this council has been too slow to respond to time-sensitive issues and too weak to lead the powerful federal bureaucracy has led to the appointment of a High Marshal, a position accorded the status as first among equals and granted special representational duties. Marshals are typically appointed to serve a 20-year term, although various circumstances can result in longer or shorter periods of service. Legislative powers are held by the National Assembly, a unicameral body that has grown to become almost ceremonial in nature, having rarely rejected a government proposal in its history. While a de facto single-party state, various opposition parties approved by the Greater Terran Union maintain nominal representation within the Assembly, although all must remain subordinate to the national interest. Both the National Council and Assembly are headquartered in London, owing to that city's status as one of the first major metropolitan areas restored in the post-war era. London also serves as the regional capital of the Albion Commissariat, one of 17 administrative divisions established across the world. These commissariats roughly correspond to the borders of pre-war nation-states, such as the United States of America or the European Federation, while others govern large sections of the world in such a way never before achieved. A principal goal of the commissariats is to foster and promote the cultural dimension of worldwide integration, in which pre-war nationalist, religious, sexist, and ethnic divisions are eliminated. While no single language has been granted official status, Arabic, Chinese, English, Hindi, Russian, and Spanish are predominantly used in internal affairs. Proposals for a single global language have occasionally been made, without success as of yet. The state's policies emphasize a diversity of identity, combined with a commonality of values with individual practices and beliefs tolerated, so long as they do not conflict with the core tenets of the nation. The ability for every citizen to participate in the civil and political apparatus of the state without discrimination or repression is one such tenet. Not in the pursuit of any utopian ideal, but rather in the pragmatic belief that natural talent which might benefit the human race must be supported regardless of who possesses it. The most critical element of the Terran state is the armed forces, which retains the ability to assume direct control over the nation in the event its civil leadership were killed or incapacitated. Land Force Command remains the largest and primary branch, responsible for the operational readiness of the nation's conventional ground forces. A wholly mechanized army, it utilizes a combined arms doctrine in which an enemy's forward defenses are broken by overwhelming force, at which point fresh, uncommitted mobile operational reserves are sent to exploit the strategic depth of an enemy front. Air Command is the second largest branch, dedicated to achieving air and space superiority as well as facilitating rapid global mobility and strategic bombing. Advancements in aerospace technology has seen the deployment of Air Command assets across the solar system, typically unmanned satellites and drones, but also manned squadrons and picket ships. Smallest among the major services is Fleet Command, which maintains a largely automated armada of ballistic missile submarines that continuously circle the globe in anticipation of a second alien invasion. As developments in space continue and larger ships are constructed in orbit, there have been renewed calls to transition the service into the Terran Union's Space Warfare branch and the creation of a separate maritime service. Land, Air, and Fleet Command all maintain their own separate component services, including specialized naval and orbital infantry, as well as distinct special operational forces. Units across all three services have inherited the traditions and customs of previous armies and units from across the globe, resulting in an eclectic military culture. While the supreme goal of the military, and by extension the Greater Terran Union, has been to defend Earth against any further attack, in recent years a new objective has been declared. Advanced technologies have pushed the boundaries of human expansion, and the devastation wrought across the Earth has left an insatiable need for raw materials and resources. Already, the first mining and research outposts have been established across the solar system, and construction has begun on a wave of starships that will depart for distant worlds. A generation of sacrifice and hardship will soon be rewarded, for as mankind prepares to embark on the greatest journey in its history, it marches towards this uncertain future united in purpose and determined to never be caught unprepared again. Every wonder encountered shall be utilized, every terror overcome. And when those responsible for the murder of millions are found, every injustice will be repaid 100 and then 1,000 times over. The entire galaxy will know that they came to the wrong neighborhood and knocked on the wrong door.
Okay.
In Stellaris Invicta, the Templin Institute guides the greater Terran Union into an uncertain future, one you can influence. Every Saturday, we'll live stream our progress on our Twitch channel, and viewers and patrons will have the opportunity to vote on decisions, help name planets, ships, leaders, and more. If you missed the live stream, you can catch up on what happened when the stream is published the next day to the Templin Archives channel.
Wow.
Then, once a month, we'll produce a video like this one, detailing everything that's progressed in the Greater Terran Union's struggle to achieve galactic supremacy. The first live stream of Stellaris Invicta begins 1 hour after this video has gone live. We hope to see you among the stars.
Impressive. I didn't realize this was a more of a larger, like community-backed video. So that's rather impressive. So yeah, let's. So I don't want to continue on because I don't want to end up accidentally going to the next one right away. But yeah, that's actually quite impressive. Especially for like every community out there, they always have like some unique thing that binds people together, and this one is really just rather fascinating to have, and just it's an older one, but it really makes it more interesting when you are like fully like invested, like everyone's coming together to be part of this bigger and grander storytelling. So yeah, this was interesting. It just like it was developing slow. I understand that, but that's what prologues do. It sets up the whole story. It sets up like the politics. It sets up the whole what's going on, the past, the present, and what they expect in the future. And it's kind of like how the first Star Wars films, like not the originals, but episodes 1, 2, and 3 are like, they build up the series. It builds up the lore. It's slow at first, but then it starts chugging along and really starts going faster and faster until culminating into a more giant story that people can really look up to and really get invested in. So yeah, this was really good. I did enjoy it. And yeah, thank you once again for whoever sent this to my requesting. I do apologize if I didn't get your name. I think this was posted to me twice to look into it. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to watch more of this. And if you guys liked it, if you have any comments to share about Stellar Invicta, just leave a comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts are, and because this was really interesting, and Stellaris is like that perfect sandbox to be able to like delve into more stories. So if you guys have something to talk about or want to share or anything like that, yeah, just pop in the comment section and let me know. And then yeah, I'll leave a link in the description down below for the original video for you guys to check out. I'll put the channel up here for Stella Invicta, and then you can also check out a random video over here, including the subscribe button. We are continuing to grow every day. We've just been steadily having good growth, so I'm happy with that. So let's continue on. Maybe we hit 5K next year, and maybe if we get lucky, maybe 10K. That would be a big goal. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for coming on by. And you know what? Let's watch this every day. Let's watch a video from this every single day until the end of the series. And from looking it over, it seems there's only about 10 videos, 10 more videos. And there's a bunch of other little ones, but I don't want to accidentally go over too deep, so we're just going to watch the main storyline. But if you guys want me to react to the extra videos in this list, then let me know. Okay, so as always, thanks again for watching. You take care. Romans, salute.
If you like Romans content and wish to see more, like and subscribe to continue to support the channel.